Hey guys, Tom here. Premium gaming laptops are head turners. Go to work and show your colleagues your fancy premium RGB laptop. For work, heads will turn. Go to college and show your friends your 165Hz display. What a show off. Go to high school and show your classmates your new NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4060. Wow, I wish I were you. Go to preschool and show Roger and Elton, your kindergarten buddies, your 13th gen processor. That's a bit too much now. I don't think they'd understand, or you'd understand what the hell that is anyway. What I just described to you is the ASUS ROG Strix G16. It's a premium gaming laptop. It's got premium stuff on it. Whether you're going to work or finishing a thesis on this laptop, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter!
It's premium, it's fancy, it gets the job done, and more. It's a 16-inch laptop, pretty big but not too big. Well, I don't think it's that big anyway.
That's what she said!
Just enough to fit all those fancy components in and on it. It's got a nice display and it's got very good hardware. This laptop is impressive, and that's objectively speaking. You can expect it to play whatever you want to play on it very well. Now, the RGB thing on the front of the laptop is a bit of an eye-catcher, but honestly it's an eyesore for myself. I mean, some people would disagree, but I just don't find the practicality with it. When it comes to the durability, you can expect this laptop to do well on that regard. I mean, it's a premium laptop after all, and it has that price tag for a reason. It's sturdy, despite having materials that feel cheap, but that's my opinion. Now let's talk more about this thing, the ASUS ROG Strix G16. It's quite the powerhouse, and it screams gamer. It's a gamer's world, after all, so what's under the hood? Well, you've got yourself an i7-13650HX, 16GB of DDR5, and that's expandable, and a single 1TB SSD, which is installed, of course. The i7-13650HX is a very powerful and modern offering from Intel, and couple that with the RTX 4060, and you've got yourself a very powerful coupling. Granted, the RTX 4060 isn't the latest offering, but it is a very powerful offering nevertheless. Of course, the keyboard has lighting, RGB lighting. That itself gives a 100% FPS boost and automatically increases your skills. I think that's very obvious. Now, enough of the general overview, let's talk about the whole of the laptop. I have said that the i7 processor on this thing is powerful, but I feel that I have to reiterate that this is not a joke of a processor. This is a very powerful processor, and you can expect it to perform well on tasks that are heavy on the CPU. If you still find that the power you get from this processor is lacking, you can overclock it by just a bit more with Intel XTU, but I mean, I doubt you'd have to, considering that this is a very powerful processor, and overclocking a CPU is generally not really a good idea. Unless you really need that, but I mean, you're not really gonna need it because for the most part overclocking is for benchmarking and the like. You feel me? Anyway, what about the GPU? It is an RTX 4060, and I don't think there's anything else I can say about that. It's a very powerful GPU, and I would gladly swap my laptop for this anytime. I mean, if you've got yourself an RTX 4060, then, you're probably set for a few years into the future without feeling like you have to upgrade or replace or swap it out or something. Of course, it's not an RTX card if you can't ray trace on it, so go on ahead and ray trace to your heart's content. About the RAM and storage, you've got 16GB and a terabyte of storage, but thankfully, you can upgrade all of that. You have 2 slots for each of those, so considering the fact that the laptop comes to you with an SSD and RAM installed, then you have 1 more slot for each. Now, what about the battery? The battery on this ASUS is a 90-watt-hour battery that will last you quite some time, around maybe less than 5 hours on battery life when you're just casually using the laptop, like reading, browsing, surfing, YouTubing, or just anything in general. But when you're gaming, don't expect that to last you the same time. Then again, as I have said in the past, why would you game on battery power? You want all that power to yourself, like get all that power. You have an RTX 4060, a 13th gen i7, use all of it, And could you believe me, I nearly forgot about the screen again. You've got a 16:10 screen with 165Hz refresh rate. Now this specific listing I've got only has a 1920x1200 screen, which might be a bit too low for your needs, but it's usable. At least it's not 1366x768. Now for ports, we've got an Ethernet port, an HDMI port, 2 USB-C ports with varying capabilities, a 3.5mm jack, and 2 USB-A ports, and that's about it. I guess it might be important for you to know that you can actually charge the laptop with one of the USB-C ports, and you can also connect those USB-C ports to a screen, so there's that. So, do I think this laptop deserves a premium label, or is it just a premium Schmemium laptop? Well, I think it's a pretty cool laptop. There are tons of cool features that I've seen on this laptop that are just so deserving of that premium label, so it definitely is a premium laptop. If you're interested in this laptop, you can check the link in the description below, or you can scan the QR code on screen right now, along with the QR code for the extra RAM, so you can extend your RAM just a little bit more. You can also check the link below if you want the RAM, or the laptop, or both. I mean, it'd be nice. But that's about it for me today. I'm Tom, and you've all been great.